Hello everyone, welcome to Vision Board. My name is Sage Bree. Y'all, in this video, I'm gonna show you how you can start living your dream life today. No tricks, no gimmicks. So stick with me until the end of this video and you will have the tools you need to start building today. Y'all, here at Vision Board, we are literally here to show you how to build a successful life. Man, I'm so excited. Y'all, this video, oh my gosh. When I was preparing the show notes and I was getting all my studying in, I was like, wow, this one's gonna hit. Y'all, if you've been rocking with us for the past couple weeks, we've been walking through our 5 pillars: spiritual, mental, physical, social, and financial. The first 2 weeks, we hit spiritual and mental. Last week during mental, we talked about how important rest was. This week, man, it's all about physical. And what can be more physical than discipline? Y'all, I love that word. I'm just going to be honest with you. Okay, because we know the wise people, they love discipline. Successful people, they love discipline. Okay, you look at the most successful people right now. They are disciplined. They are disciples of their craft. That's you. That's you. Y'all, so let's strap in. Hey, I'm all about notes, okay? You guys know I got notes right here for myself. I take notes whenever I'm listening to my mentors, and the pods that I watch, the podcasts that I watch, do the same. Do the same. Studies show that we retain around 82 to 85% of the things we write down. So because your life is important, let's treat it as important. Okay, this video, we are going to talk about motivation versus discipline. What's the difference, right? Motivation versus discipline. And the thing that I enjoy, and you probably heard me say this all the time, is that discipline is vision applied. Discipline is vision applied. So you can't be disciplined unless you have a vision. Now that begs the question, right? What does that look like? Sage, I hear you. I hear you, bro. Okay, I understand that discipline is vision applied. The issue that I'm running up against is I don't know how to be disciplined. So let's start off by defining what motivation is and what discipline is. Okay, it's real simple. We're going to break it down like this. Motivation is like fire starter. It's like gasoline. You know, you don't need a lot, you just need a little bit. Okay? You pour, boom, right? Big fire. When I was younger, man, I used to love that kerosene. Who wants to help start the fire? I do. I do. Pour half the bottle in that thing. All right, that's what motivation is like. Okay? Discipline is like the firewood. Okay? You got to find a tree, you gotta cut the tree, dry the tree, then burn the tree. It's all about keeping the fire burning. That's what discipline is. Discipline is a process. Discipline is a mindset. Discipline is a way that we approach the task at hand. So when we're talking about, well, how am I supposed to start living my dream life today? You ask a good question. Discipline is useless unless we understand why we need the fire, right? So if you want to start living your dream life, man, that's great. What does your dream life look like, right? We talk about vision a lot. Vision is not an idea. Well, I just want to be really successful. I want to have a lot of money. I want to have a lot of friends. I want to have a lot of nice things. I love it. I love it. Okay. So you want to be successful. Successful in what? With what? What does success mean to you? Right? You understanding that? I want to have a lot of money. Man, great. How much money? Do you want $100? Right? Because, man, you give a 10-year-old $100, they're over here talking about, I'm rich. You give an adult $100, they're like, I appreciate that, but like this isn't even enough for groceries. So it's all about perspective. How much? You know, you want a nice house. Where? You want a lot of friends. Great. What kind of friends? You're starting to see the picture now. You're starting to see the image. So discipline is great. However, it doesn't help us very much unless we have a vision. So we're talking about fire, right? I don't need a fire if I'm at home. So it's nice when I have my fireplace and I put my wood and it's nice and cozy and I get bundled up with Shelby, got a little blanket action going, right? It's nice, but I'm not super concerned about what are we going to do when the fire goes out. You get, yeah, right? You get what I'm saying? However, catch me outside camping in the winter when it's cold. Oh, snap, I'm going to be more mindful about this fire, right? You're not going to find me out there by myself. I'm going to be out there with a few people. Hey, let's take shifts on keeping this fire going so we don't freeze out here. Let's take turns stoking a fire. Who knows how to build a fire, right? Because there's a way that you build a fire that's effective, that's efficient. So what good is all this stuff unless we have a reason why? Otherwise, we're not really going to put the energy necessary to keep the fire going. So motivation is wonderful. I love motivation, right? You get them things going and you get, yeah. You start getting pumped up. I feel like you can run through a wall. Like, it just feels good. You get that dopamine going. You go, I can do anything, right? Discipline is not as exciting. It's not as enthralling. Most of the time when we see discipline, it's mad boring. Think of, well, let's use basketball for example. Okay, let's talk about some of the top athletes right now. Okay, in no particular order. Hey, do what you want. I'm just talking about the top ones right now. Okay, you got LeBron James, you got Steph Curry, and I'm just saying in terms of potential. Hang with me, okay? You got Luka Doncic. Wow, right? Like these people are dominating in this field. Their discipline and even what they're doing is flashy. It's cool. Man, we love the highlights. We love seeing, I'll say this, I love seeing the videos of Bron from when he was in high school up to now, just yamming on folks. Like, it hypes me up. I'm like, ooh. I love seeing the videos of Steph hitting that three boy and then turning around before the ball even goes in the hoop because he knows he made it. Oh my God. I love seeing the videos of Luka crossing someone, hitting an assist, and then watching them bang it. Or someone passing it to him, he goes around, does something flashy, and just hits the shot. That thing gets me going, y'all. It hypes me up. Now, okay, this one's going to be a little bit more controversial. Okay, you ready? This is a name you may not recognize unless you've been following basketball for a minute. Let's talk about Tony Parker. Let's talk about the San Antonio Spurs. Let's talk about Manu Ginobili. These guys collectively have more championship rings than LeBron and Curry. What? But we don't hear about them a lot. Because, man, even when they were coaching under with Pops, they were the fundamental team. All right, we're going to give and go. Okay, make sure you're set. We're not going to hit a flashy dunk. We're going to hit a layup. Make sure the ball gets in there. And make sure you can play again. But they were dominating for a minute. They've since retired. Right? You catching what I'm saying? So when we talk about motivation, it's like watching those clips. It's like, ooh, I'm going to go play right now. Like whenever I'm about to go like hoop, I pop in some 2K. Ooh, I'm about to go play soccer, get a little FIFA action. You get what I'm saying? Ooh, it hypes me up. Ooh, I'm ready. Ooh, let me get my hooping shoes. Let me get my cleats on. Oh, it's a wrap. Discipline? Okay, now we're talking something different. Discipline is the process. It's the repetition. It's the reason why we can look at these highlight videos of LeBron dunking on people. It's why we can look at the highlight videos of Steph getting the ball, and in less than half a second, it's already out of his hands and he's turning around, walking back on the other side of the court because he shoots the same shot 300 times in practice. It's because we get to see Luka Doncic when he was in his teenage years playing in the EuroLeague before he ever got to the NBA. Y'all, it's a process. So when we want to start living our dream life today, are we willing to establish our why? Because that why is going to keep the fire going. That why is going to help us remain accountable to our circle. That why is what's really going to keep us going when the fire starter runs out, when the gasoline is all burnt up on that wood. The discipline is saying, okay, I already prepared. All I have to do is just stack it. I'm going to tell a story. I'm going to share this because I want you guys to see what this looks like in real life. And perhaps this is even going to put a memory inside of your mind. So as many of you guys know that when I was in college, I ran track and cross country. The issue that I faced was that, one, I didn't want to be there. Like, I only ran track and cross country because one of my buddies asked to train with him, and I got scouted. We ended up racing against each other, and I beat him out for the spot. So when push came to shove, because I didn't want to be there, I wasn't locked in like that. And that ended up getting me kicked off the track team. Okay? This paints the picture of what I'm about to share next. I had to make a decision for myself during that time period. None of my family, none of my friends, only my team knew Sage is off the team. So I'm coming home from break and I get to decide. Is this what I want? Do I really want to keep running? Do I really want to keep living this thing that I said for years that I hated? I decided yes. So I started training on my own. Eventually, when the next year starts, my junior year, I have an opportunity now to try out for the team again. And I make it. I get a buddy of mine. Shout out Steven. Woo, that's my boy. Shout out Stevie. We were hitting that thing for real. And we wanted to win nationals. Like that was the goal. I said, hey, if I come back on this team, I'm talking to myself while I was training over the summer. If I come back on this team, I want to win. I want to win a championship. I want to be able to participate and give my own points to the score. And so I talked to Steven and we're hyping each other up like, oh, that's tight. Yo, you made it back. You're faster than ever. I've been training too. We can really dominate this season. So we hit, I'm not kidding you. It is so silly what we set out to do. We hit every run sub 6:15. Like, come on. So if you're not familiar with what that means, so you have different paces when it comes to running, right? Most people, they're just like, I'm just trying to run a 10-minute mile, right? I'm just trying to run an 8-minute mile. Most collegiate sports run a 7-minute mile. Well, when it comes to track and cross country, 7.5 is really the resting pace when you're running. And we said, because we want to be good, we want to be great, we're hyping each other up, we're getting the gasoline and the kerosene, we're hitting every single run 6:15. That way our body can adapt, and that's now our slow pace, which is fine, right? Like, I can understand the idea. Realistically, that just didn't work. It was not sustainable. We did that for about a solid month. And we were tanking hard. We were so exhausted. So exhausted. And so one day, coach pulls us to the side and was like, hey, what are you guys doing? We were like, coach, we really want to win nationals. And he was like, man, that's great. So what is the starting time that won last year for conference? We didn't know. Okay, so what pace are you guys running these things in? Coach, we're hitting 615. Why are you doing that? Because we want our bodies to get used to running that. That's great. How long you been doing that? Like, Sage, you never did that before. Steve, you never did that before. What are we doing now? We're like, okay, so what do you think? I think you guys should stop doing that. That's what Coach told us. I think you guys should stop doing that. So, stop, we did. And we did not we did not pick up for a minute. Cross season was just not the move. Not the move. However, Coach said, hey, this is what we're going to do. Yes, I want to win cross country, right? However, we really should have been doing that last track season. So this is the plan. Use this cross country season to build the base. That way when track season comes around, yes, we want to win indoor. I'm more focused on outdoor. That's what I'm focused on. Let's use this to build for that. Here's a plan. Stick to it, don't deviate it. I want check-ins. Yes, sir. We went away from hyping each other up because we would go to practice at the same time. Either he would knock on my door, I knock on his, and we'd link up in the middle. From going like, yeah, and start busting through walls and blasting 615 pace when all we had to do was just hit a 7. To now, we're taking the easy runs easy. We're running slower than 7. We're going like 7:30, touching 8. And we're absolutely gassing the workouts. Indoor season comes. We weren't even supposed to peak at indoor yet. We win. We win. You get what I'm saying? There was a process. It wasn't just about go out there and do it. It was saying, hey, let's slow down. Because if you keep pouring gasoline all over this fire, the wood's going to be gone. You're going to endanger everyone that's trying to camp here. Let's go ahead and I'm going to teach you how much gasoline, how much fire starter to put on the wood. I'm going to teach you how to identify a goal. I'm going to teach you how to run. I'm going to teach you this. I'm going to teach you that. And what your responsibility, guys, is to do is to stick to the plan. Discipline. Because discipline is vision applied. I got a ring. Steven got a ring. Our team got a ring. I used to drop out of every single race. Not every single race, but I used to, like 8 out of 10 races, I was dropping out. Part of the reason why I got kicked off the team. I hadn't dropped out of a race since. Even when I blasted my knee and they said I couldn't walk again, I finished the race. Discipline is a process. Discipline is a mindset. Discipline is saying, okay, I know why I'm doing this. Your dream life, why do you want that dream life? Are you doing it because somebody said you couldn't and now you're living this life to prove them wrong? Do you want this dream life because I never had that, so I want to make sure I can give that to my family? Nothing wrong with that. However, I strongly recommend and advise that you heal from that wound. What is the reason? I take a look at the content and the culture that we're building here. Yo, we're putting out 5 videos a week. That's a lot of prep time. That's a lot of study time. That's a lot of equipment. That's a lot of editing. Why? Because I have a passion and a desire to help guide people to achieve the goals that they want to accomplish without having to pay the high price of instant gratification and shortcuts. Y'all, discipline was such a gift. Motivation is great. Motivation is fine. However, discipline was such a greater gift. Not only did it bless me with the championship, I was able to coach somebody else to go and win nationals. and now they're coaching. Discipline. Discipline. Motivation is great. It's like taking pre-workout whenever you're hitting the gym. I love the tingle. Wow. But it's like, okay, so you're telling me if you don't have pre-workout, you're not going to the gym? You're telling me if you don't have your headphones, you're not going to the gym? You're telling me if it's rainy outside, you're not going to the gym? I'm not dogging you. I know it's kind of like, dang, Sage, like, relax, bro. Like, what's your issue? I'm highlighting to you. I thought you said this was important. I'm highlighting to you. I thought you said you cared about this. I thought you said you were serious about this. Because I love you, I'm saying, hey, let's move from let's move from motivation to discipline. Let's move from constantly having to be hyped up by an external source, and now you're able to solidify internally, this is what I'm going to do. When you get confronted with an opportunity of sleep in or get up and take care of business, how does sleeping in weigh against my value system? How does this help me achieve my goal? Some days we have to listen to our body. That's why we talk about active recovery, the hobbies, community, the prayer. That's why we talk about these things. And when it's time to work. If I got to get up at 3, Sage Breed, if I got to get up at 3 so I can pray, so I can study, so I can edit, so I can make sure that the videos going out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all that. Make sure that the reels are made, getting ready to be put out, all that. So I can make sure that I eat, so I can be at the gym when they open at 5 because I got a client at 5 o'clock. That way I can get my workout in, get another client later in the day, come home, rest a bit, eat, record, sit back. That way when Shelby comes home, I can just enjoy my day. Y'all, because there's a lot of different things that I would like to do. And you may be saying, Sage, just go ahead and do it, bro. Like no one's stopping you. I have a vision. I have a why. I'm building legacy. You're building legacy. You get to benefit from my labor. Oh, you caught that, right? You caught that. The people around you are noticing you. I was at the gym the other day, and I just walked out the racquetball court because I was looking for my racquetball partner, one of the guys that I train. And I was just like, oh man, what the heck? And this random dude stopped me. Hey, you're a guy that you normally play with. He went that way. And I looked at him like, who are you? I was just like, thanks. Who the heck was that guy? I don't know. However, people are watching. People are watching. I have an equation that I'm going to give to you. This is going to be a game changer. This is going to be a game changer. You take this and you apply this, bam, skyrocket. Okay. So for you, find your why and get a plan. So this is the equation. Y plus P equals S. You got that? Y plus P equals S. Let me tell you what that means. Y, oh, that's clever, right? That's clever, right? Y plus a plan equals success. Your why plus a plan equals success. My why, I want to win a championship and add value to the track team that I got kicked off of. Plus my coach's plan equals success. We got a championship. Come on. You can live your dream life today. You do not have to wait. You do not have to wait. You can live it today. Move from motivation into discipline. You could do it. Come on, say I could do it. Say I could do it in the comments. I can do it. I can do it. It's possible. It's feasible. Get yourself a why, write it down, put it on the mirror, put it on your computer, put it on your table, make it your lock screen on your phone. Yo, I'm sharing all the things that I do. This is what helps me keep it focused. We're going to the next level. We're going to the next level. Y'all, you do not want to miss out on tomorrow. I'm telling you, you already know. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. So if this was helpful, man, I'm going to ask a favor. Like it, share it, really internalize what we're talking about. Really internalize, okay, there's no more motivation. There's a time and place for that. There's a time and place for that. I'm not going to rely on motivation anymore. I'm going to grow this muscle of discipline. I'm going to live my life with my vision applied. Y'all, you're strong. You're smart. I love you. And until next time, peace.